And what I'm going to share with you is a technique. We call it the Christ-hearted engine, because to me it really is like an energetic source and force. I'm just going to run you through that. So during this exercise, if there's any negativity that's coming up for you, you don't have to share it, you don't have to say it, but as we're doing this next exercise, you can just imagine that you're clearing it from your emotional body. So a lot of y'all that know me, I've shared this information before. This is one of the Reiki symbols called Seiheki. You don't have to memorize this. But what's interesting is I found that it fit perfectly on the side of the head. And Seiheki is about clearing the emotion. This is right over the emotional brain. It's right over where it needs to be cleared when it comes to our third eye as well, because this is going to empower. So if you've got some negative emotions and you're trying to create something, but you're in your negative emotions, you've got to fight there. You've got to struggle. You've got one aspect of yourself wanting to create a new thing, and another part of you may be upset or angry that you don't have it. I think we've all experienced that. So by clearing this emotional part, we get the temple clean. And if you, right beside the eye, even where the gallbladder point starts, gallbladder 1, that is the temple. It's right over the temple. So I'm going to run you through the exercise. And to me, this is the Ark of the Covenant. This is the sphenoid bone I talked about before. It's got greater wings, lesser wings. The pituitary gland sits right in it, and it's how we project out into our world. So it's literally projecting, it's a projector. We're going to clear that energy. Let's just take a few moments. You can reach up, and I want you just to, 3 or 4 fingers, just tap over the temple area. Just tapping over the temple area. Interesting that this thing that I call the Ark of the Covenant, the sphenoid bone, when you touch the temples, you're touching those outer wings or the greater wings. So you have the Ark of the Covenant inside your own head. God put it there for a reason, because you can communicate directly with God. So if you're looking at the screen, what you do is from that temple area, you slide back to the ear. You can imagine energy coming out of your fingers if you want to, or you're just running the meridian. A little bit towards the front, lower part of the ear. Then sweep up along the hairline, just above the eyes a little bit. Back to the top front of the ear. Sweep behind the ear. Then forward to just above the eyebrows and off the center of the head. Shake your hands out a second, and we're going to repeat that one more time, just so you get it good. So from that gallbladder point, sweep back to the ear, and with the intent of clearing any negativity from your own consciousness, you're clearing the temple so you can enter it. Sweep up along the hairline, back to the front part of the ear, over the back of the ear, to just above the eyebrows, off the head. Shake your hands out a second, and then place your hands with the fingers pointing up, palms just above the ears on the temples, or just above, the sides of the head. And then with your middle fingers, lightly push into the crown. So palms are now over the sides of the head, fingers slightly pushing into the crown. And I want you to just imagine that this golden light is pouring down from the top of your head, through your head, washing through, just like a waterfall, washing through your brain, washing through your mind. We'll do the heart clearing in a second. It's slightly different. Just right now, you're cleansing the mind. And imagine that sphenoid bone is this glowing gold now. Focusing inward, giving the intent to only think and visualize and say things that are in line with love, light, source. You can relax your hands and imagine you've got a halo just like Jesus had. Just imagine that energy above your head, maybe even feel it tingling. Focus about 12 inches above your head. And you can imagine that there's like a vortex up there, just like a tornado, if you will. And imagine that you're running an instrument or your fingers along the rim of that vortex, kind of like playing a singing bowl. So instead of playing a singing bowl, you're playing your crown chakra. Imagine that your head, crown, third eye are aglow, golden energy coming through. Now bring your hands down to your heart. Just centering and focusing inward. And this is that Christ heart space. So what I believe Christ represented, the heart space. You can visualize a green, emerald green color, the Star of David, which is the male and female energy balanced completely in your heart. And imagine that in this center, this energy center at the center of your being, inside of you is like a doorway, a portal, directly to source, where there is no separation. It is absolutely right there instantaneously. Balancing the male, female, upper, lower energies. Now I'm going to share with you a technique that involves tapping of the meridians. A lot of y'all have seen EFT. I've created a couple of different techniques in the past. This is my newest one. I call it the Phoenix Dragon Rising, just because Phoenix and Dragon plays a lot in acupuncture. And the way that the lines add up, it looks almost like a phoenix, in my opinion. A little bit of twisted imagination. So all of the masculine points can be found on the face. So there's 12 meridians. 6 of them are masculine, 6 of them are feminine, yin and yang. It's a balance of male and female. All the male are on the head and all the female are right on the torso around the heart. So we're going to do a tapping just quickly through this. And if you've got anything that's a little bit stuck, we're just cleaning out the rest of the system before we do the deeper work. We're going to clear the meridians of any more debris. So if you have anything negative going on, you know, even though I'm having this feeling or even though I'm having this fear as you're tapping, I choose to be rid of it. So we're just going to go through the 12 meridians. And the first one is the lung point. It can be found on the outer edge of the pec towards the deltoid, but not on the deltoid. It's in the pec. So you can rub one or both of these points at once. This is about lungs. It's about letting in. Interesting thing about, life, the one thing that we can live without the least, we have to give up all the time. I mean, breath is what keeps us alive, but I have to let go of it. Like, let's say I have 5 breaths in a minute. That means that I have to let that thing that gives me life go all the time. So this lung area is about being in a space of being able to allow what you need to come in and allow what no longer needs to be there to go. Breathing in completely, breathing out. The next point is the colon point. It's on the outside of the nose. Okay, outside of the nose. You can rub or tap this point. This is the air element. And of course, colon is about letting all the old crap go. So you can say to yourself, I choose to let go of any old crap that's holding on inside of my heart, my head, or my body. I let go of all crap that I no longer need to hold on to in my heart, my mind, and my body. I let it go. Take a deep breath on that. Moving to the next one is stomach, underneath the eyes. Stomach is governed by the earth element, and stomach is about being able to take in what's coming and digest it. Break it down for consumption, just like if you swallowed an apple. But we take in events of life in life like that as well. We swallow an event, our stomach breaks it down, then we move on to absorbing what we need, letting go of what we don't need. So here's about allowing and taking in what you need. I have everything that I need and desire. And the stomach relates to worry. So if you have everything that you need and desire, there's no need to worry. You are carefree. Next point, spleen. It's right under, which for women, it's going to be kind of right where the underwire is. So you can rub or tap that spot. Again, it's the earth element. Spleen is about absorbing. Now that the stomach broke down what you need, spleen pulls the chi, the energy out of your food to nourish you. Spleen is about getting what you need. I have all that I need and desire here and now. I have all that I need and desire here and now. Next point. This is the kind of point that you only want to do for yourself because it's a little awkward, but it's in the armpit. The heart meridian comes out of the armpit. So sometimes when somebody has a frozen shoulder, it's kind of a heart issue. They're protecting their heart. So rubbing here, the heart energy. And think about what you want to have in your heart. Like, and say to yourself, I'm not giving you anything to say. You can say what you need to say. My heart is positive and uplifts people around me. Something like that. Whatever sounds true to you, state what your heart is. Choose the station you want to be on with your heart. My heart is in rhythm with God. Next point, small intestine. And this is right in front of the middle of the ear. You know that little flappy thing in front of your ear? You go right in front of that. That's small intestine. It's the fire element. Small intestine is also where you absorb what you need. Small intestine deals with what's good and bad for you, so it's discernment. The small intestine is supposed to absorb what's good for you and kick out what's not good for you out to the colon to let go of. So I am open to receiving all the good in life. I am now receiving only good in life. Next point, the bladder point, the water element. You can just reach up and pinch your upper bridge of your nose. Bladder governs fear. It's all about movement. It can also be about being pissed off, so anger and fear. I release any tension or irritation in my body, heart, and mind. I now release any fear or irritation in my mind, heart, and body. Next point is the kidney point, which is just underneath the collarbones as they come into the sternum. If you don't have to worry about hitting the exact spot, just underneath the collarbone, just tapping under the collarbone. Kidney, water element, the partner of the bladder. My life is in perfect harmony and flow with Source. Again, use whatever words you want to use. My heart and energy are in perfect harmony and flow with Source. Love and life flow through me easily and gracefully. The next point, a little bit tricky. Again, it's kind of like the heart meridian. So for women, it's going to be right at the edge of the breast tissue. So if you come out from the nipple, kind of where the spleen was more at the edge of the underwire, this comes in just maybe an inch further into the tissue. So it's not right next to the nipple, it's more on the outer edge of the pec. So what you can do is just look for a sore spot, because typically these spots can be sore, especially for women. So find the sore spot. This is pericardium. This is the sac that surrounds the heart. It's referred to as the castle wall in Chinese medicine that protects the emperor or empress, which is the heart. My heart is open to love and life. So fear and worry, man, that closes us down. It's like, okay, lock the gates. We're being attacked, right? But you got to still remain open to love and life. My heart remains open to love and life. This point, triple warm or another fire element, is really kind of in the center of your eyebrow, tapping the center of your eyebrow. This is your endocrine system. It's the relationship part of the body. It's how everything connects and talks together. It is the ring finger. The meridian deals with the ring finger, so it's about relationships internally and externally. Everything that we do with our hands is no accident. There's no accident we put a ring on this finger. It has to do with relationships. So tapping the center of your eyebrows. My relationships are full of love, life, and God. Source, whatever we want to put in there. My relationships are full of love, life, and source. Remembering to breathe. Just a few more points. Now we're going to go back to the beginning of the gallbladder meridian, which is the wood element, right on the outside of the eyes, that little bony ridge there. Gallbladder is about decisions, about moving forward. It's all, gallbladder is the yang, the most masculine part of the body. It's about making a decision and going forward. So if you have gallbladder issues or had your gallbladder removed, that tells me that you've had issues about making decisions and moving forward when you needed to. So here at the gallbladder is, I move forward in my life with love and light. I move strongly, full ahead in my life with love and understanding. Also, it's that, just to remind you, it's where the Ark of the Covenant is in your pineal pituitary energy projector. 3 more points. Underneath the breast tissue on the lower rib cage, I usually take 3 or 4 fingers, go straight down from the nipples, tapping on the lower rib cage, again, looking for any sore spots. The liver is what gets rid of toxins in your body. I am now lovingly getting rid of all the toxins in my body, my heart, my mind, my life, and my spirit. Toxins can show up in the body, but they can also show up in your life as people and situations. I am now lovingly ridding myself of toxins inside my heart, my body, my life, and my relationships. All right, last points. Take 4 fingers of one hand, it doesn't matter, 4 fingers of the other hand. 4 fingers are going along the sternum, and then 4 fingers down the center of the head, like there's a line continuing up from the nose to the center of the head. This is governing vessel and conceptual vessel. This is the yin and yang energy around the body, mother, father energy. Interestingly enough, they meet at the mouth and they meet at the sexual organs. So it's about being completely balanced. I'm completely aligned and balanced with spirit. I'm completely aligned and balanced with love, life, and spirit. Okay, now that was quite a bit. We just have one more section here, shaking that out. Now we're going to align the chakra system with another Reiki symbol. The Reiki symbol goes over perfectly over the chakra system and ends in the heart as it should. So we're just going to run through this. You don't have to use your hand. You can just use your imagination, but you can move along with the motion of what I'm going to be showing you with your hand. I'm going to jump forward a second. I want to show you something here. Oops. So see this menorah, which is at usually a chapel. See how it has the seven little lamps? Well, the chokare goes over that perfectly and ends at the center as well. Then you have the 7 seals of revelation and the 7 chakras. So doing this chokare over the chakra system is aligning your chakras, opening and aligning your chakras with the chokare. And I'm going to give you a new perspective of the chakra system. We're usually used to seeing the chakra system as vortexes that come out of the front of the body or out the back of the body. That is a part of them, but a deeper part of that is that this is one torsion tube. It's like an energy that is spinning around and round, and the seals aren't on the front and back of the body. There as energy comes in. So we're going to imagine that we're at the top of this energy field looking down, and I'm going to give you a little visualization for that. So here you're looking, let's say you're standing over someone, you're looking down their crown. This is what you see. What's around it is the toroidal field. So now that you go down through the crown, you go to the third eye, then through the throat, then through the heart, then through the solar plexus, then through the sacral, and then through the root. And then you see that it is one tube of energy that is always flowing. And if these seals are there, they filter the energy coming through. So we want these seals as open as possible so we can bring through a high-powered energy. So how we do this is just sitting there. Imagine energy is coming in from the right side, okay, coming in from the right side, over to the top of the head, down to the crown, and now you visualize the crown energy. Imagine the indigo-ish color or violet color, and imagine that center is opening. It's clearing and opening. And then imagining energy going further down that tube to the third eye, purple, imagine that center opening, down to the throat, turquoise or blue, that center is opening, down to the heart, green, that center is opening and expanding, down to the solar plexus, yellow, it's like the sun is opening and expanding, down to the sacral energy just beneath the navel. It's a beautiful orange, vibrant color. And then to the root, the base where you're sitting is red. Opening and cleared. So all of these centers are connected together. So you have 3 below and 3 above the heart. And they're male and female of one another. So I'm going to say something, you can repeat it or something similar to that into your own head. And now that we've opened a nose, we're going to balance them out. So our male and female energy is balanced. So all of my actions are in alignment with love and joy. Saying that, focusing on the red root. Now imagine the energy spiraling up on the left to the crown. The crown is the root's partner. Imagining the purple and red together. This is your thought center. All of my thoughts are in alignment with love, light, and healing. Imagine that the crown and the root are perfectly balanced with one another now. the yin and yang components, spiraling down on the right to the sacrum, the orange energy. All of my feelings are in alignment with love, light, and healing. Say it inside like you really feel it and mean it. Command it. All of my feelings are in alignment with love, light, and healing. Spiraling up on the left to the third eye, the purple color. All of my visuals are in alignment with love, light, and healing. Everything that I see inside my mind and out in the world is love. All I see is love. Remember, our thoughts go outside of our body. We're projecting that into our reality. That's the reality we want. Visualizing the third eye and the solar plexus in perfect balance. Or sacral, orange, purple and orange. Down on the right to the solar plexus, the yellow. All my focused intent is aligned with love, light, and healing. All of my focused intent is in alignment with love, light, and healing. Spiraling up one more time on the left side to the throat, the blue turquoise energy. All of my internal and external words are in alignment with love, life, and light. I speak only love to myself and out into the world. Imagining the blue and the yellow balanced perfectly. To the heart, the green energy. This is the space of our passion. My passion is in alignment with love, light, and healing. Bringing all your attention to your heart, back to that portal that takes you right to source. Aligning yourself and choosing that only love, life-giving, and life-sustaining comes through you. Focusing on your heart center, moving into the last part of this, taking a moment to really think about what you want to bring about into the world. We are anchoring into source, grounding into source. So we're not grounding into the planet, we're grounding into source. And we are pulling through us the vibration, a new vibration of what we choose to experience. So it's not attuning to it on the planet, we are bringing it through us. We are planting it here, just like that push pin on the globe. So imagine your entire toroidal field, all your chakras are balanced, wheels within wheels, holy grails within holy grail. The major holy grail is in the center of your chest, where you're focused now. Makes a lot of sense, right? The search for the holy grail isn't very long when you realize it's the heart, it's God's heart, or Jesus's heart that held his blood. That is your holy grail. From there, it's like a new type of hormone is created when you're perfectly aligned. And that elixir is very healing and life-giving. So you're tapping into source, bringing it through you, and it comes out through you. Imagining your toroidal field, keeping your center, your focus at the heart center. At the center of the Merkaba is what they call an octahedron. It's a four-sided pyramid going up and a four-sided pyramid going down, and they're like glued together. It's Plato, it's interesting, came up with these platonic solids such a long time ago, and come to find out all of them perfectly match. So the air element is associated with the heart, with breathing. So at this, and you take an octahedron and you put points on it, you get the Merkaba. So the octahedron is the heart of the Merkaba. Imagine that you've got a diamond spinning in the center of your chest, creating a strong vortex. One movement we're going to do, I'm going to show you this a couple of times, is you're going to take your hands, bring them together, and you're going to create the love symbol, the I love you symbol with both hands coming together. So your inner fingers are woven together, and then you have your thumbs pointing towards your heart when you do this. So one more time, looking at your screen, you'll see, take the two middle fingers, the finger and the ring finger, tuck them in, and then you have the I love you symbol. You're going to push those thumbs into your heart center. Now here's the cool thing that happens is once you plug your thumb into your heart center, that energy is like a figure 8. You just completely connected the lung meridian, which is the air element, to the air chakra, and you've created this figure 8 infinity symbol, life-giving energy. You can just do this alone by focusing, doing that hand and just meditating. Plugging your thumbs into the center of your chest. I want you to visualize, again, that diamond in the center of your chest spinning very strongly, much faster than what you see on the screen. And like a centrifuge. And imagine that your energy and your focus is going deep inside you now. You're diving into the very center of your being. It's like flipping yourself inside out. You're going to focus on exactly what you want to create out in the world by first tuning into it inside of you. And then at the end, we flip it out into the world, focusing all your attention into the center of your being. Another visual I like is I imagine a tiny me in the center of my chest inside that diamond. And imagine that energy is spinning in a very strong way. The entire energy field is vortexing and flowing and spinning. And in this space, which is what I refer to as the namaste space, or the G spot, the G space, the God spot, you and I and namaste is when I'm in that space in me and you're in that space in you, we are one. So when you're deep inside this space and your system is aligned and you're cleared, you have direct access to source in anything and everyone. It's all fractalically overlaid in that space. So here's the space where you have your intent, your desire, your prayer. This is where you offer it to source. However you choose to do that. Just with your thoughts and feelings, you're tuning yourself to exactly what you want. What do you want to see in the world right now with what's going on? And what do you want to see in the next 6 months or the next year? Visualize that. Give it real visuals. Give it real feelings. Anchoring that into source, you're bringing forth, you're plugged into source and bringing those feelings, those visualizations, and those thoughts. You're bringing so much power to them that when you radiate them outside of your field, they broadcast in a much stronger way. They reach more people. And to make a kind of a punny joke here is you have this toroidal field, which is a sphere around you. When you plug into this space and broadcast from this space, your sphere of influence is bigger. Your toroidal field becomes much bigger. You're plugged into it all. Focusing on those thoughts, those visuals. I'm going to be quiet a moment to allow y'all to really focus in there. And then we're going to come out and then we'll be done. So in this space, connected to source, to God, you're thinking, feeling, and visualizing everything that you want to see happen within you and within the world. All that is life-giving and life-sustaining. Focus for a few moments. What does the new world look like to you? And don't forget to visualize yourself in it. What are you doing? Where are you? And now from inside that space, imagine that you've opened that door to source, and all of your thoughts, visuals, and your intent in this moment are being imbued. You're like plugged in, and it's beginning to pour out of the center of your body, just like the galaxy has that energy radiating out from its center. You're radiating out from the center of your heart in all directions, all the thoughts and feelings and intent that you just put into source. And it explodes out. It's like a million stars, knowing that it will reach everything and everyone that it needs to. And imagine that wherever you are right now, you're like that light pin that is pushed into the globe, and you're creating this network. You're plugged in, and you're shining light wherever you are. There was a study done not too long ago that was all about Reiki and healing people energetically. And I don't just do Reiki, there are a lot of other things, but they did the study where there was people that did a lot of energy work, population wise. Like say if there's a population of 5,000, the larger the number of light workers, the less crime, the less negativity happened in that place. One light worker brings in energy to enough clear an area. It's like you're a kilowatt. You're like a source spot. And this exercise is a way of really plugging into and brightening your radiation sphere even further. So imagine your toroidal field going out in all directions. It's like all of this energy, these feelings, these thoughts are like rippling out from the center of your heart, from your heart field. And know that those ripples are going out. They're infinite. They don't stop. It's like space. Something just keeps on going and going and going. It will reach and connect to everyone that it needs to, that is in alignment with it. And know that whatever you're putting out is already on its way. Okay, keep all this awareness within you. Don't disconnect from it. Just become more aware of your body, where you are, what you're doing. And you don't have to go through all of these steps. This is just something that worked on for a while and Leanne's helped me create. And something that covers a lot of different things like the chakras, the meridian system, and the heart center. But just plugging into source, you can even shorten some of this, and just focusing on the positive as much as you can, like Bruce Lipton's been talking about, 11 a.m., 11 p.m., tune in. Because we change the planet with our energy, with our focus. And one thing I just want to say is, I mean, we are the ones that are going to change things. We are the light workers. You know, light is most needed when it's dark. And right now are some dark times in lots of ways. And there's a reason that all of us are here right now and we're awake, right? Man, we can do so much for the planet just from where we are. We don't have to even go anywhere, right? So, man, y'all are it. We are it. So thank y'all for plugging in and connecting. I love all y'all. So, I love, my respect, and honor. And just keep going with this because we are the change. We're here for this, man. We're the midwives. So We're birthing a new reality, and we're going to birth the positive reality as the old and ugly is burned away. We keep focused on the positive. We want to continue to bring the light in. You know, the negative's on its way out. When we stand in our true love, sustaining and love giving space, darkness, it just doesn't have a chance, man. It just doesn't. And then when enough of us do it, it'll be obliterated off the planet, which is what's happening right now. It's just shake those son of a guns off. Minimize. Again, y'all can holler at it any